good, YouTube? Today I'm going to be doing a video of a case study on my boy right here, Jeffcuts. He scaled his business from $3K a month up to $10K a month, being 18 years old in just 6 months.
What's up, you guys? My name is Jeff, aka Jeffcuts on Instagram and TikTok. I scaled my business from 3K to 10K a month, being 18 as a teenager in high school.
So bro, just to dive straight into things, tell me a little bit about your business, kind of where you're at right now.
So I'm right now making content while doing my haircuts, and I've been trying to just make my content go viral while being in high school. So I have a little bit on my plate.
So kind of right now, what is the cut price looking like? Maybe how many haircuts are you doing per week? How are you kind of able to manage the time, and how much are you bringing per month right now?
So right now, I'm charging $60 a cut. I'm only working 4 days a week, and I'm doing at least 35 haircuts a week. So after 6 months, I'm now making 10K a month as a senior in high school.
So kind of just walk me through a little bit more about your barbering.
Within my birthday money, I actually saved that money to buy my first ever barber setup, and I started cutting hair inside my mom's living room, bro.
And then just kind of run us through, like, before working with me, right? What was that looking like for you in the business, in the personal life? Kind of where were you at?
Before working in the mentorship, I used to do over 65 haircuts a week while charging $25, and I used to work 10 to 12 hours a day, which was miserable for me. I would wake up not having energy, just always being lazy, and just not having a nice mindset by myself.
Tell us a little bit more about, I guess you kind of said you were tired. What did a day in the life kind of look like back then?
Me partying, going out late every single day, every weekend, bro. Just hanging around with the bad influences and stuff.
Yeah, for sure, bro. And I mean, like you said, I guess, were you just like tired from doing all that work, or?
Yeah, man, just like, like apart from the barber business, I was like fat, so I was not working out and not prioritizing myself, which affected me and my barber journey.
Alright, so like working with me, right? What do you feel like was the most valuable thing for you? What do you feel like you got out of this?
I think the valuable thing that I learned and also got was you making sure to keep myself accountable for my own actions, and to not blame other people for the mistakes that I did. And also for you to always push myself through failure and to make sure that I go 110% on everything I do.
So just like the accountability and just making sure you were, like you said, giving everything 100% and just keep pushing yourself. Do you feel like we pushed you a lot?
You guys were pushing me a lot, to the point where I got annoyed by it. But at the end of the day, bro, I knew you guys, and I knew you guys just wanted what's best for me. So I appreciate it a lot.
So I kind of know we were talking about you kind of invested into another barber program. Can you go into a little more detail about what was the differences of working with them versus the second time around? Yeah, kind of what were the differences between working with them versus working with me?
I saw results from other people inside your mentorship, and I saw you got results yourself, and so that made me want to trust in you.
How was the other mentorship in terms of like keeping you accountable?
They did not push me enough compared to how you did with me, and I just want to say, like, yeah, like, like me and you, we're like around the same age, so that's why like I trusted you, just because like it's hard seeing someone our age being this successful. So in the previous mentorships, they all retired from cutting hair, but with you, you were also cutting hair. So that's why I trusted you.
Kind of what results did you get, again, working with us? Was it worth your investment again?
So the results I got was I tripled my income, 3K to 10K a month, bro, in under 6 months, within being in the mentorship and you being on my side, which means a lot.
For sure,
right? And I was able to do less haircuts and make more money, and I started to also win in all aspects of life.
What do you mean by winning in all aspects of life?
I started to head out to the gym.
Fire.
I stopped partying. I started doing all these bad habits.
But yeah, I mean, how much would you say that this was actually something that was worth investing into?
I would 100% recommend it to anyone who not only wants to win in barbering, but also wants to win in all aspects of life, man. Like, cause if it could change my life, bro, it could definitely change yours. So I 100%, 10 out of 10 recommend.
Who do you feel like this is for? Who is going to succeed in this? What does it take to do what you did and go from, 3K a month to 10K a month in 6 months? What does that take? What is the type of person that you need to be? What's the mindset you need to have?
I think this is for anyone who has a hungry learning mindset, who wants to learn every single day, keep themselves accountable, hang around winners and not a bunch of bums and losers, bro.
What was the number one, overall most important impact of this entire process of working with us? What did that do for you?
I tripled my income. I was able to scale my barber business and also spike on my TikToks and my reels, and also surrounding myself with the right people, with the right mindset of mine, and with the same objectives as me.
Let me take you back to when you were doing those $25 cuts. How did you find out about me, right? What made you interested in kind of reinvesting into yourself, working with me? What kind of was that process like?
So I saw you starting off as a barber, right? And I saw you were like just overall like stacking wins on wins on wins. And so I wanted to implement that on my business and my life overall. Just having like a money hungry mindset and just being able to learn every single day.
So what specifically got you really interested? Was it the results? Was it just, I guess, seeing those prices that I charged? Was it the views?
Just seeing the views, man. Seeing those TikToks and reels like spike, go viral. Seeing all these like famous people and like a lot of people just commenting, hyping you up. I want that to be on my business as well.
Gotcha.
So that's like the main thing that really like caught my eye.
So bro, like, by the way, with posting content, especially with you being young in high school, how did you ever find the time to kind of do all, manage everything, like posting content, cutting hair, obviously being able to pay the booth rent, and still managing everything else outside of that in the barber business?
So I use this app called Structure, and so it really helped me plan my days ahead. And so I was able to really organize my time with school and the content and barbering, which helped me a lot just because I was able to have everything organized.
How did you feel raising prices? Were you scared to raise prices?
To be honest, I was a bit kind of scared and hesitant to raise my prices, but I still believed in myself.
Did you ever feel bad that you were charging your old clients a higher price? Like, what if they can't pay for it? Isn't that like greedy?
Cause at the same time, bro, like you cannot like mix friends and business together. So like within them not being able to pay for my premium services, I would recommend them to other barbers who were within their like price range.
How did you ever go from not posting every day all the way to consistently posting every day? Like before you started working with me, were you posting every day already?
So before being in the mentorship, I was not able to post every single day, and I would only be posting probably like once or twice a week. And so I noticed that when I was working with you, right, I started to get a lot more people on my chair. I started to get a lot more views and followers because I was posting every single day.
So what did you do that was different that actually got people paying $60 a cut?
So I was just posting a lot of problem and solution videos.
Like, what do you think was your specialty for what you solved?
My specialty for sure would probably be me turning flat hair into textured hair, and that would make them come back every single time because they knew no other barber was able to style and texture their hair and also make it equal too. And so that's why they wanted to pay a high ticket price for a haircut, because that makes them confident, makes them feel nice about themselves overall. You know what I mean? Because if you look good, man, you'll feel good 100%.
And then I guess when you first invested with that money, were you ever worried about like the money being gone forever, or did you kind of like look at it as something you were gonna get back?
In the back of my mind, I always had that thought of, just like, what if I don't get my money's worth? But like I said, like I always had faith in myself, and I always knew that if I would put in that work, right, my money's worth would be like made.
So like when you kind of first started, right, were you ever uncomfortable editing or maybe recording? What was the hardest part for you to learn? Was it like a hard thing to learn how to edit and record? Did it come naturally?
Recording content and getting content, bro, you learn that naturally. I'm not gonna lie, because all you really have to do is just keep recording and keep editing content in order to actually like master it. The biggest challenge for me, bro, would probably be procrastination, man, because I would not get shit done, and that would hold me back from doing other things.
And how'd you overcome that?
Just putting myself reminders and just writing down notes.
So did your location ever come up? Like, did you ever feel like maybe the city or state that we're in kind of would affect you? And if so, like, what would you say to the people that maybe, they might be in a smaller town, or maybe people in the area can't afford $60 a cut, they feel like?
Honestly, bro, this works for anyone, even if you live in a small town. Because if you're posting content consistently and not missing out on one day, bro, right? People will drive, fly hours just to have like that premium service experience. So I believe there's no excuse, even if you live in a small town. So with Chris, he also cuts hair in a small town, and he went from $30 to $55 a cut, which is very impressive, because over there he's the highest paying barber now, which is insane. He was just posting content every single day, which then like attracted people from other towns and like states, and they wanted a haircut by him because he provided a problem and solution based premium service.
Fire, bro. Hey, man, like I said, you've had crazy growth going from 3K a month to 10K a month in literally just 6 months, right? I want to give you your props. You did a good job, my boy.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations on the growth in the business. Obviously, like, you worked for this. You had to make a lot of sacrifices, a lot of changes, right? And overall, you're kind of saying it was worth it to you. So I just want to say, keep killing it. Again, you're young, doing big things, only 18 years old, doing 10K a month with the barber business. Most barbers in high school aren't even charging above basic haircut prices, maybe like when we started 25. So again, keep killing it, bro. Keep growing with the content. So again, bro, like, you had a crazy transformation both within the business, outside of the business. And again, I just want to say, like, you did a good job, my boy. So keep killing it, bro.
Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, brother.